Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Ghouls'n Ghosts on the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis if you're in the States or Canada. If you've never played or heard of the game before, then to be honest I'll be quite surprised because this is quite famous for being one of the hardest games ever made. Standard option screens, you've got the option you're two playing and one player. Just to clarify, it's a take turns two player, it's not co-op. I know there's many screenshots out there that suggest it is two-player co-op, and I was actually fooled by them myself, but it isn't, so just letting you know that. Standard player is left to right, get to the end, fight a boss. You can, you've got different attacks there. At the moment I've got the lance, but I will try and show you some of the weapons later on. And the whole point is you go around killing enemies. You can find treasure chests, which you smash into them and you'll get armour. However, depending on what armour you've got, while it depends on what powers you've got, you can't take more than 2 hits before you die. That's one of the things that makes the game as hard. However, this version does have infinite continues, so even though you don't have infinite lives for a level, it does mean you can take a few shots at a level before you think you're ready enough to actually go for it. As I say, 2 shots and then you're dead, which I'll just show you here now. There you go. And you can get different weapons and art to make your life easier. Things like daggers, which fire really fast but aren't as powerful. The lances, which I've got now, they're quite slow. You can only fire 2 at a time compared to the daggers 3, but they are more powerful. You can get sticks with flames on them, and you'll throw them and fire will go out everywhere. So quite a lot of variety in your weapons. As I say, you want to look out for the treasure chests for them, although not every treasure chest has a goodie in it. Sometimes you will find an evil magician in the treasure chest that will actually turn you into a duck or an old man or a lady or something like that, and basically Arthur then can't attack anymore. So here I've got the sword, which is quite unique to this game. I've never seen it on any of the others, and it's the only weapon that isn't actually a projectile weapon. So it's rather powerful, but it does mean you can't attack from far distances. As I was saying, standard style of players, left to right and then fight a boss. Unlike other Ghouls'n Ghosts games, you can actually attack upwards on this game, which is quite unique to this one, and it makes the game a hell of a lot easier on certain parts, because how many times on the types of games like this have you been faced with an enemy that can fly and you can't touch him, but he can fire shots at you or throw things at you, and it's just a very irritating process. So that's something quite cool about this. You can't double jump on this version, but to be honest you don't need it because it was designed with the fact that you couldn't double jump, so it's not something that people might look at and think, oh god no, how am I going to do it because you need the double jump. You really don't on this version, so you don't have to worry about that. There's sections here where the wind's actually blowing and it's actually pushing me back, so I'm really having to fight against the current, which makes it quite fun, and it makes it harder on certain sections because it means that you really have to be careful about this part because you can get blown into enemies. Here we go, just as I was saying earlier on, you can get turned into the duck. Thought while I had one there I'd show you a little bit of that. Every now and then you will hit checkpoints, although they're kind of like invisible checkpoints, so you won't actually see them. It's just, as I say, you'll be walking along and then all of a sudden you die and you'll start from a different place to where you were, so you don't have to worry about beating the whole level in one sitting because your checkpoints save even when you have to use a continue. So it makes it slightly easier, but it's still one of those games where it will take you a good couple hours per mission at times, because it'll just have your number and no matter what you do, something will get you one way or another. So it's a very fun game if you like a challenge, but if you're one of those people who prefers the more casual games that are coming out now that you can just sit down and have fun with and beat without any worries, this really isn't the type of game that you're going to enjoy at all. Music wise, while it's a Genesis game which is famous for not having great sound at the moment on the VC, it's something Sega need to fix, it's still a canny tune, so I'll just shut up for a few seconds. Graphics wise, as you can see, the graphics are pretty good. Nothing too spectacular, but the graphics never really make a game in my opinion. I always think it's an overrated feature. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up.
So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.